I'm better than God.
You egotistical, maniacal prick.
No, dude, that's the song title by Shotgun Kitchen. That's the song we're playing today.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. My bad.
I'm sure you actually did.
No, it wasn't.
You're harboring. You're obviously harboring something there.
No, I mean, it's fine. Let's just move on. You look clearly upset. You're obviously destroyed emotionally, but we can move on.
You hit a soft spot there. Anyway,
You don't need to cry. It's okay. I'm sorry. That my words cut so deep. But there's no need to cry, you little bitch.
Anyway, this is our song.
I'm better than God. I'm better than God. God says if you don't worship me, I'll make you burn for eternity. But I'd say, hey, it's no big deal. Being worshipped would make me feel silly. I'm better than God. And I won't abuse you like your heavenly Father. I won't tell you that I'll put you in the oven if you don't do exactly what I tell you. I think anybody who says this to their children can only be described as an unfit parent. I'm better than God, but then again, I haven't met anyone who hasn't been better than God. I'm better than God, but then again, you'd have to be real bad not to be.
Welcome, one and all, ladies and gents, germs, and all other living biological creatures that have audible parts to hear our show. This is Dish Gods, the show where we dish on anything and everything. I am your host, Max.
And as always, he is accompanied by me, Little Bear.
That is true. New week, new us. We are here to talk about some stuff. However, I got to get something off my chest.
What now?
Okay. Middle of April, probably, near the end of April by the time this episode drops.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying, I just wanted to say this, I'm enjoying the spring weather. Like sunny skies and, oh wait, no, the weather is piss.
The super manic Washington weather.
Piss. I don't really see the bipolar, it's just piss. It is just wet and bad all the time. It is the sky is piss.
It's sunny right now.
That doesn't count because I'm not outside. It is just piss. It is just piss all the time. The sky is urine, and I am a prisoner in this piss life that I am in.
Well, that's too bad for you. Well, I guess in a couple months, just look forward to summertime.
I am looking forward to summer.
Keep your chin up,
so I can get pissed on. It is like,
yeah, exactly.
It is just like, it is insane to me because it's like I'm driving, blue sunny skies, and it's just pouring. It is just, and then like not even that. You wake up, you go out, it's nice crisp, like end of winter, beginning of fall, like spring. Morning, dusk, and air is crisp and clean, and then 5 hours later it's just torrential downpour, flood the streets, get your arc because it's going down. Like, God, I'm tired of it.
Well, I don't say that you're alone in this whole thing with the weather.
I hope I'm not.
You're definitely not. A lot of people here right now are completely ready for like warm summertime.
I never thought I'd say that. I'm actually missing the Southwest right now. Like, I would kill to see a palm tree.
I wouldn't go that far. Don't take it that far.
I don't know, dude. I would love to be in California right now and just
fuck
like
California, dude.
Venice Beach, just chilling. Sunny skies. Got the ocean on my left. Got the mountains on my right. that whole thing. I'm feeling that right now. I'm kind of tired of wearing a jacket.
Well, like I said, I guarantee you, by the middle of next month, when the heat starts picking up here, you're gonna be wishing that it's been pissing rain all over
absolutely.
again.
Then you're gonna hear me complain about how hot it is,
dude. Oh my god,
this podcast changes with the seasons.
You're like a retired person that goes from like New York to Florida, and then no matter where you are, you're just gonna bitch about the weather.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, it's too fucking hot down here. I'm gonna go to New York, and then when you get there, you're gonna be like, God damn it, there's snow everywhere. Why is it so cold?
Well, you know how like people say, "Oh, you have an old soul." It's like I do. My soul is just of a bitter, old, retired, like 65-year-old just cunt. And it's just like
you order soup and then complain that it's hot.
Yeah, this soup is too hot. Can I get it chilled? This soup is too cold. If it comes back hot, I will send it back. How dare you? Yeah, but I don't know. Fuck the sky, I guess. Just like everything about it.
You know it's doing it just because you're saying all this stuff.
Yeah, it can hear me with its sky ears.
Yeah,
but
it knows you. That's why. Why do you think at my house right now, my girlfriend's telling me it's like completely sunny. There's no clouds in the sky. Mm-hmm. But here at the studio, it's like a torrential downpour.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can't hear it right now because of all our new soundproofing. But yeah, it's just pissing right now.
Pissing.
Just piss. Speaking of pissing, not really, but I was at the grocery store today. I was at the grocery store today getting some stuff that I needed. And it was the kind of day where I was just like, I'm off. I don't want to do anything. I was getting my stuff, and I'm like, I'm going to hit up the self-checkout. I don't feel like dealing with a person right now. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what that's there for.
I was like, I'm just going to go. And at the store, which I will not name, the attendant who was there just got up in my shit. She's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, good. Oh, yeah? Did you get all your groceries today? Yep. Wow, that must be really nice, huh? And when you're done, you get to go out back in the sun. Looks like it. Well, us Washingtonians, we don't get the lot. Dude, do you not understand how this works? I'm doing this because I didn't want to deal with a person. Do you think that I'm just in love with bagging my own groceries? No, that's not the case. I'm not like, gotta go to the store and fucking put my eggs in my own bag. Like, you're supposed to be doing this job. You get paid to do this. I'm doing it for you. In exchange, you don't talk to me. That's how this works.
It's an unspoken
agreement.
Unwritten agreement.
Yeah. I'm at self-checkout because my social skills are so lackluster that I can't look at somebody in the face after I've just shown them I'm buying Oreos. That's just how it works.
You're ashamed of buying Oreos?
I only buy shameful things at the store. I'm always like, no matter what, whenever I'm like, oh, I'm going to eat healthy and I'm going to get spinach and broccoli, it's never that. It's always like, I'm at the bottom of my barrel. I got to get like cookie dough and pizza rolls and just every kind of thing that just disgusts you. Like, if I met somebody while shopping, they would think I was a 12-year-old in an adult man's body because my shopping habits are terrible. And they say don't shop when you're hungry. Also, don't shop when you're depressed because you just end up buying a lot.
So you should just never go shopping.
I shouldn't. I need a personal assistant. I need like a shop. Maybe you should do it for me.
Okay.
You could shop for
me. I don't shop, so you're kind of at a loss.
You get your groceries delivered to your door. You're one of those people.
No, I'm more of a eat as I go.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
There's no shopping at all.
Kind of.
I'm a grazer.
Yes. Hey, that's the way to do it now. I mean, it's 2017. Shopping's
yeah, dude. Uber Eats.
Don't even get me started on Uber Eats, dude.
Oh, you got beef?
I got beef, but I can't talk about it here for legal reasons.
Okay. I'll save that for another episode.
But I want to turn the focus outwards real quick.
On?
Tom and Jerry. Everybody's favorite cartoon
classic
duo.
Icons.
So, I don't know if you know this. I didn't know this until the other day. Tom and Jerry are still alive and well. They've been in multiple franchises.
Yeah, dude. The Fast and the Furry.
Yeah, like they made that movie good somehow. Fast and the Furious was actually able to be like a tolerable cinematic experience. And all it took was Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, and it was actually pretty funny too.
Fast and the Furious, that's the one with Van Diesel, right?
Yeah.
Vin Diesel plays a car
He
named Van
in
Diesel.
In the Pixar version of Fast and the Furious,
The Pixar remake.
in the Pixar remake, he plays himself as
a
Van Diesel.
But it's not like...
And it's a diesel-powered van.
And it's not like a Knight Rider Kit scenario where he voices the van. It's just Vin Diesel being a car, pretending to be a car.
They took his body and like reshaped it. So like
They
he's on all
molded him,
fours,
yeah.
and then his hands become wheels.
He's the only part of that movie that's not CGI.
And
They green screened him
yeah,
in.
and his teeth, like a rapper's grill, when he smiles, it just turns into the grill of the van.
So he's like a transforming car person.
Yes, but he's not transforming. He's just a half car, half man.
Just half car, half man.
Yeah,
Van Diesel.
that people can physically get inside, but there are no people in the Cars world.
This movie makes way more sense than Fast and the Furious ever did. I just want to say that.
Did we go over this already? How do cars exist in the Cars world without people? Who made the cars, and are cars making other cars?
So there's a theory. There's like the whole Pixar theory that all the movies are connected, right?
Yeah.
So my theory is it's like Toy Story, Wall-E, then Cars. So Toy Story is like the beginning. We
Okay.
have sentient objects, things like that. And then Wall-E happens. Earth is like decimated and destroyed. After which there's like a factory on Earth that's starting to kind of gets its AI together, and it's making all these things happen.
Become self-aware.
Yeah, and then it's like, what's the best version of sentient product? Cars. It wasn't a very smart AI.
I guess not.
So it starts making all these cars that are sentient, and then they start to clean up, it's making bulldozers and things, and starting to clean up the earth, and then that's how the Cars universe happened. That's my theory on it.
Well, I think you're onto something.
I mean, I don't give a shit.
I'm not going to say that you're not onto something.
Yeah. I mean, because I
But
never saw Wall-E.
If you were to like make a YouTube video about this, or if you were to post something on a website and be like, "Yo,
Reddit.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
check this out, everyone. I think this is my idea of
Cars
what's going on."
Cars is connected to Toy Story, and the earth is flat.
I think
here's
I think you would get a lot of followers.
Maybe we should just do it then. We'll
You want to try it out?
we'll just do an audio video. We'll overlay a bunch of dumb pictures on it. We're going to combine Flat Earth theory and our Cars meets Toy Story theory.
Yeah. Or else, how else do you think the cars go so fast? Because
'Cause
they're
they're
always on a flat surface.
But, so, anyway, Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
They're still alive and well. They're still operating. They're still existing. They've been jumping around from franchise to franchise. Unfortunately, they haven't dipped their paws into Star Wars, but that's coming. But they're doing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory right now, and everybody's pissed off.
Yeah, I read the same article. I don't see the problem.
They said that it was going to decimate cinema. Do you think that and it's not even going to theaters, it's like straight to DVD. Do Tom and Jerry really still have enough like pull to decimate cinema, to desecrate the name of something?
I think Johnny Depp's version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory already did that to that franchise.
That was terrible.
That was awful.
But it's the kind of thing where it's like, is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Willy Wonka or whatever the fuck it is, they're all the same thing. Wait, yeah, they're the same story, just with two different little boys in it, right?
Yeah, basically.
Like Willy Wonka went through the same thing that Charlie, what's his face, did.
Yeah, that's how they both inherited the factory.
So, but
It's basically one, like, you come in as a somewhat normal child, and then you end up
mentally scarred.
Yeah, and then you get mentally scarred and like ruined from this tour that this crazy fucking dude gives you.
He's like, hey, I got chocolate, and by the way, I enslaved an entire race.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And then
would you like a brownie?
After that, he's like, oh, by the way, I'm giving up my position. You can have my factory.
Yeah.
And then after like 40 years of just being isolated and alone with these crazy
Slaves.
slaves,
Right?
you just go insane, and then you just wait for like the next group of children to come in, and then you're like eagle-eyeing every one of them, and then you're like, that's the boy. That's the one I'm gonna ruin for the rest of his life.
He looks like a fucking cunt. I want him to be terrorized. What do you think about...
dropping that word quite a bit?
I'm just-
dropping the C-bomb.
I'm feeling it today.
All right, Max is feeling hot.
What do you think the lifespan is of an Oompa Loompa? How long do you think they live? Do you think they're immortal?
No, I think they're kind of like blue whales. You know, they live for a long time, but they're not immortal.
Because they're slaves, right?
Most definitely. I mean,
I
he
read-
says they're not, but they're like indentured servants.
Because I read that there's something about them owing a life debt to Willy Wonka or some shit.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
so
bullshit. Nice cover story.
in the original one, I think it was in the 70s with
Something
Gene
like
Wilder. I think it
Yeah.
was. It came out. He told the backstory really quick. It was like in passing. He told the story. It was like,
Are these slaves? No, they owe me a life debt.
Oompa Loompas were coming out, and they were like putting sugar bags in a wheelbarrow, and they're like, "Oh, who are those?" And he told the story like really quick in passing, and it was
the way Gene Wilder can.
and it was something along the lines of like he was on a different world, and he saved them from like these creatures that were attacking the Oompa Loompas, and I don't know if he like killed the creatures or if he just like took all of them and like brought them back to Earth or whatever, and they were like, well, we don't have anywhere else to go, and he's like, oh, well, you can stay here in my factory, but you have to work.
This all sounds like a way better story than any of the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory books.
Yeah, so
I want to see the movie where Gene Wilder travels dimensions and saves a race of orange little people from like horrible tentacle like Rick and Morty monsters, and brings them back and is like, hey, I know I saved you guys, so you guys have to come work for me for free. And the Oompa Loompa is like, we're a sentient race. I think that's slavery. He's like, fucking shovel the chocolate, you bitch. Like, holy shit, that is the best story. Why is there... You want to talk about reboots?
Right?
Tell Willy Wonka with that story.
So New Line Cinema, Fox Pictures, whoever's listening.
Yeah, I know you're listening.
Yeah, we all know you're listening.
And all this is TM'd, by the way. TM. But there's something to be said about the fact that people are willing to get so hot and heated over Tom and Jerry inserting themselves into Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. People are acting like their childhood is ruined. And I don't know about you, I never gave a single shit about that book or that movie. Any of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was enjoyable to watch as a child, but
weird story.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
people, calm down.
It's a weird story. It doesn't resonate. There's no real fucking iota of knowledge to be had or lessons to be learned. I mean, yeah, they're like, oh, look, this girl's really shitty and this kid watches TV and this kid's fat. But other than that, there's no big fucking thing. It's a weird movie. It's creepy. It's shitty. It's like, I'm just gonna say it. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is a bad story. It's not a good story. Roald Dahl, he wrote that, right?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna say it's
I
Roald
really
Dahl.
have no idea.
I love the BFG, but you fucked up.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. So speaking of BFG,
Okay.
I don't know. You have Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of our listeners do as well. The BFG movie is on there.
Really?
The animated,
The new one
the
that came out.
CGI, the BFG, right?
Yeah.
The big friendly giant. Have you noticed? I don't know if they intentionally did this or if it's just like a mishap, but the character, the BFG, looks like how Neil Patrick Harris looks in his remake of
A series of unfortunate events.
Yes. And Neil Patrick Harris doesn't even voice the big friendly giant, but he looks like if you took Lemony Snicket,
the new Lemony
the character that Count Olaf, he plays Count Olaf.
Lemony Snicket.
So if you take Count Olaf's character from Neil Patrick Harris,
Yeah.
and then you put the big friendly giant side by side, they look hands down like each other. And I don't know if that was like a tip of the hat to Neil Patrick Harris.
I'm looking at a picture right now. The series of unfortunate events came after the BFG, and they look exactly alike.
Yeah,
like Count Olaf was ripped from the BFG and put into a series of unfortunate events.
But I mean, doesn't the animated character
absolutely
look like Neil Patrick Harris?
No, nose, ears, hair, everything.
Yeah,
it's.
I've been thinking every time I get off work and I go home and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna
watching the BFG.
I'm gonna watch like some 30 Rock, just like calm down, watch some comedy. And the BFG always pops up in a suggested video.
If you're trying to watch comedy, why are you watching 30 Rock?
Ooh, zinga. Tina Fey coming at you.
I love you, Tina Fey. Yeah, I see it, though. Is the BFG good? I haven't seen it yet.
Dude, I haven't seen it, but it just keeps popping up in my suggested feed. And I'm like, God damn it, that's Neil Patrick Harris. But he's not in it.
Why is Neil Patrick Harris in the BFG playing himself?
Exactly. And that's the first thing I thought was like, wow. They got him to voice this character and they made it look like him. That's super cool. And then I looked at the credits for the movie. And I was like, motherfucker, he's not even in the movie. Like, what the hell's going on here?
All the good jobs go to the same actor.
Yeah. I mean, look at what's his name? Josh Brolin.
Yeah, he's getting everything.
Yeah, he's getting everything right now.
Thanos and fucking Cable. And there were so many. You know who would have been a great Cable? Ron Perlman.
Yes, dude. Ron Perlman needs more.
He wasn't
gigs.
A popular choice. There were a couple other people who I agree would have also been good, but I think Ron Perlman just would have added that level of spice.
Either that, or he could play Doomsday. Not Doomsday. I'm sorry. God damn it. He's like DC's Thanos.
Apocalypse.
Planet Apocalypse. Yeah, he's from there. God damn it. I'm spacing on it. Sorry, everybody.
No, it's all good.
But he would be perfect for that role.
Ron Perlman also would have been.
He has like that real deep, bassy kind of voice. He's kind of a squatty. I mean, he's not squatty, but he's fucking. He's like shorter, but fucking stocky. Yeah, he's like play that character perfectly.
He would have been a great Thanos, I thought. Ron
dude,
Perlman would have killed it.
Not debating you there. That's a perfect choice.
He also would have been a good Captain America. Ron Perlman would be a good Batman. Ron Perlman would be great as anything.
Yeah, basically like any character.
Ron Perlman
like that.
Would be a great Willy Wonka. Ron Perlman as Willy Wonka, who travels through dimensions and saves Oompa Loompas from aliens.
You got me. That's the movie.
Now that we got our pitch, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Thanks for sticking around. Huge thank you to Shotgun Kitchen for sponsoring this episode. You can hear their song, I'm Better Than God, off of White Trash Soul, as well as their other album,
Trouble on the Urban Fringe,
on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Reverb Nation, and you can find more information about them on their Facebook page, facebook.com/Shotgun Kitchen. You can also catch them locally in the Tacoma area or wherever folk music is played.
Yeah, actually, they have a live show coming up. You can see that on their Facebook page. It is in Snoqualmie, Washington. And they also have another live show coming up on the 26th of next month at the Valley Bar in downtown Tacoma.
And you know your boys are going to be there.
Dish Gods live. Meet Little Bear. Just look for the giant panda head.
Yeah, we'll be at the Shotgun Show. So if you happen to be there, stop in and say hello. We'll even sign an autograph, I guess.
Maybe.
Because we have to.
Or you can just, buy me a beer. That's even better.
Yeah, be an enabler. Enable an addiction today.
Please do. But anyway, let's get back to the show.
Let's do it.
So, Max.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard this latest craze going on.
Probably.
But Starbucks is at it again, dude.
Is this that unicorn frat bullshit?
Yeah, it basically looks like a unicorn shit in a cup.
That's rough. It's rough to look at. And apparently there's mango in it?
Yeah, so it's like a mango-based flavored smoothie.
Not mango-based. There's just a mango there.
I guess. And yeah, it's like... what do you call that? Like the mango flavoring, like Red 40, Lake Yellow.
Food coloring.
Yeah, and just food coloring out the ass. And so they go, has a mango something with some kind of a dairy base, and then sweet tarts.
And it's like sweet sauce and sour. It's supposed to be sweet and sour. They made it sound more like a Chinese food special than like an enjoyable
so
drink.
If you take like General Tso's chicken and sweet and sour chicken with a little orange chicken, mix all those, not the meat.
You blend the chicken together, and Starbucks just gives it to you in a cup that says "fuck you" on it.
Topped with whipped cream and sprinkles, and they're like, fuck you, drink that. And people line up around the block.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what this is, but it's basically sugar. Like, let's just be straight up. It's just liquid sugar. And then, like, they top it with something they're only referring to in the public eye as fairy powder. No fucking thank you. Like, it's probably, like, red dyed sugar or crushed peppermint. Either way, no fucking thank you.
I don't want it.
Jesus, like... It's so cryptic. They're like, yeah, we've got like fucking monoglycerate, dairy, and red number 4. Like, they get super specific on all the ingredients. Like, we even get mangoes from the South Brazilian fucking region. And then we have something called fairy powder. Wink. Like, holy fucking shit, what's in the fairy powder? And you're telling me like, oh yeah, we just like threw a bunch of food coloring at some milk and whipped cream, and then that's the drink?
Basically, it's just a bunch of sugar, milk, and maybe a little ice cream.
Yeah. What's in the fairy dust?
Oh, that's a secret. We're not going to tell you that.
Yeah, like, are you fucking asking questions, man? We're not going to just give out the ingredients.
People get disappeared for asking questions like that.
I'm going to disappear you.
You don't ask questions like that.
But the biggest thing, did you see the kid who ranted about the drink?
Yes, I did.
Having to serve it. He went off. One little thing before we really get into meat and bones of the story. Okay.
I like that. It's a new one.
If you're going to film a video about ranting, especially on Snapchat, and you know it's going to be long and you're going to have to make multiple cuts and download the videos each time.
Yeah. You get 10 seconds per try.
Yeah. And then you have to download it and do all that to make a cut up video. Mm-hmm. Don't do it while you're driving.
Well said.
Just want to say that.
Yeah.
Let's just be safe drivers out there. My one kind of issue with this little fucking kid is just do it in the parking lot.
Yeah,
Get in your car,
you could've...
shut the windows, film the video. Because we were watching the video together, and I was like, yeah, I wonder how he like stitched it all together, like why he's doing these cuts. And you informed me that's Snapchat. You have to go through, and then after you post it, you have to choose to download it?
No. So you create your video. It's like you record yourself.
You do the 10 seconds.
And then what happens is when you're done, I'm sure all our listeners know this already, but I'm informing you, Max.
Because I'm an old soul.
So after you're done recording yourself, what'll happen is when you take your finger off the record button, or it should just automatically go back to the video you just recorded.
Yeah.
And it'll replay it for
and then
you.
you click the blue arrow.
Yeah, and that'll send it out to people. But before you do that, there'll be an option on the left-hand side with an arrow pointing down. And if you press that, it'll save that video that you just took to your phone.
Okay.
So what he's doing...
He's just doing that 12 times.
Yeah, he did that like 12 times.
And that's a lot of phone work.
He did that, record himself, press that, record that, press that. And then after all that...
He cut the video together.
Yeah, he went into an editing program.
On the freeway.
And stitched all those together and then posted it.
And he did this all while driving at 75 miles an hour down the interstate.
Very recklessly. I'm guessing from the background that he was driving in. I didn't see where it was.
It was Colorado, probably urban Colorado.
Okay. You say Colorado? What, are you just guessing?
No, he had a shirt that said Colorado on it.
Oh, well, anybody, dude, anybody. What?
Why would you wear a shirt that's that doesn't say what state you're in?
I don't know.
So you can't remember where you are.
Oh man, I bet you walk out of the house with like a note pinned to your chest, like if found, please return to.
I just get a new tattoo every time I move to a state, and I take up residence in said state.
That's Memento. You're thinking about Memento.
That's the plot of Memento. Some guy's lost, and they have to just keep pulling his shirt down further and further. It's like Nevada, Utah, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Wyoming.
He makes notes about everything all over his body. He gets it tattooed all over himself.
But you were going to say about the kid driving.
Oh, I was just saying, guessing from the background, and because he's using his phone while he's driving, I'm guessing he's probably from like Southern California, Arizona, New Mexico.
No, because if he was in...
Or possibly Eastern Western or Northwestern Texas.
See, because if he was in Arizona, first of all, he would have been in, like, the biggest Ford truck you've ever seen in your life. And he'd probably say something about Mexicans as well.
Probably.
Just saying. But, so, into his video, he talks about having to make these drinks. Everybody wants one. It's so stressful. He's got goop on his hands. He's got it in his hair. It's just everything's sticky.
It's in his hair?
It's in his hair.
So this kid is touching his hair while making people's beverages. That's just gross.
He's either touching his hair or he doesn't understand how a cup of coffee makes. And everybody's like, Dennis, don't stick your head in the food coloring. Not how it works. And he's just actually the worst at his job. But
probably. I mean, if he's complaining that he can't keep up with like I understand it's busy.
Because, okay, let's get this straight. We both currently and have in the past worked in food service.
Yeah.
And we service customers. We have daily rushes.
I service customers, all right.
And they service you right back. But we...
Only if they pay for it.
They have to pay to do you?
Yeah, you thought that was ding-dong money? I don't think so, son.
So, but yeah, we service customers. We know about the food service industry. We can feel empathetic for that.
Yeah.
That situation. But yeah, he's complaining about, oh, everybody's ordering it. I have to make all these drinks, and it's such a complicated drink to make. To make. I 100% can get behind that. I've been there. I know how that works. I 100% understand. However, it's kind of like, I wonder how many other baristas are having the same problem.
I not going to name names here, but I know a few. Some of them are a little upset about it coming out for the same reasons that he's upset. It's the only thing is it's not hard to make. It's just they're like, oh man, the volume of customers that are coming in.
Oh yeah.
And it's
like when McDonald's does that Shamrock Shake thing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's I understand. I can sympathize with getting like a massive wave of customers or people coming in.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, it's like, dude, they're paying your salary right now.
Dude, I hate that point so much because yes,
it's so true.
It's so true. But fuck those guys. It is so true that they pay my salary. Their patronage is the only reason I have a job. But fuck those guys. I swear to God.
You know what? If anything, if you wanted to see change, he needs to talk to corporate.
Well, he did.
I know.
He reached out.
Yeah, he reached out. He is yet to hear from them, though.
Yeah. Starbucks, Starbucks is like, apparently they're very like, oh yeah, we'll help you. We'll put you through college and everything. But when somebody's like, oh, I've got a problem, like, yeah, we'll help you out. No, we're good. It's all kosher. But I wonder if maybe this kid gets promoted. Maybe we're looking at the new CEO of Starbucks.
You never know. That's how these...
He does kind of seem like a bitch, though. He does seem like the kind of kid who'd be like, oh, I'm so stressed out. I had to make a caramel frappuccino today. Oh, man, was like the customer really rude? It just happened. It happened.
Yeah, he did.
Somebody ordered a drink.
He really came off like that in the video. Like, oh my God, I had to make like 10 caramel frappuccinos today. It's like, okay.
What's your job again? You're a plumber and somebody asked you to make frappuccinos? No, I'm a barista. I'm a professional frappuccino maker.
Yeah.
And
what's your job?
More
You're a barista.
Out.
You make you literally make coffee for a living. That's your job.
Yeah. Like, let's just move on. Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
You said you saw something interesting on Twitter earlier, right? That you were getting riled up.
Man, this fucking guy.
I like this. Is this our douchebag asshole of the week?
He very may well be. I'm hang on a second. I'm gonna pull him up. You can kind of cover my dead air here for a second because I gotta sift through the madness.
But if you guys don't know, there's some football player. Excuse me, I don't really pay attention to football. So I don't really know his name. It's Aaron Matthews, I believe his name is.
Hernandez.
Oh, I'm thinking of another guy. Yo, shout out Aaron. Yeah, he's my buddy. He's cool. I'll bleep his name out. But he murdered somebody. He was going to go to jail and get sentenced to the death penalty, I believe. And he hung him, or he was going to get like life or something.
Yeah, he hung himself in his cell.
But
anyway,
you have the
I do.
Twitter
I have
guy.
that guy's name now.
Man, I covered that dead air so right.
Oh, yeah. His
Got
name
his
is
name right and everything.
the author of this article that I read.
Quote unquote article.
Quote unquote article.
More like a farticle.
Yeah, very well put. His name is Paul McNamara.
All right, Paul McNamara. What up?
At Buzzblog on Twitter. He works for networkworld.com/blog/Buzzblog.
Do you want to give out his address too?
Anyway, he wrote an article
what are the
because of
highlights?
the whole Aaron Hernandez death.
And the hashtag was trending.
Yeah, the hashtag was trending on Twitter.
Naturally, he,
So-
as a reporter,
Yeah,
needed to look at it.
Yeah, so
see what
he
was
goes
going
to
on.
check it out, and he's complaining that as he's looking at this, all he finds is just nothing but obscene, hardcore pornography.
Hardcore, obscene pornography.
Obscene, hardcore pornography.
Under this professional
and
football
so he
player's
said
name.
he took it upon himself as just a righteous human being.
And a parent.
And a parent
and an
of
author.
3 children. And an
Triplets.
author.
Triplets who are on Twitter.
He cannot stand to the Twitter account that I use for work, the phone that I use for work. I cannot stand to see these obscenities. So he took it upon himself to notify Twitter. He reported all these tweets. He said
Every single one.
Every single one. He said he reported over 50 different tweets.
Over 50 different separate images of hardcore pornography mislabeled.
And he even sent a tweet to @Twitter for their tech support to see, saying, "Hey, the hashtag Aaron Hernandez pornography problem is getting worse. Do something about this at Twitter." So he sends that to him.
And Twitter, like Starbucks, was like, "Oh, hey, we'll work with you. We want to improve your experience."
No, they gave him no comment. That's literally what they said is no comment.
That's perfect.
But
Yeah,
but
I'll let you
after
tell
you
it.
know, after that, Max and I decided I want to see what this guy's talking about. I mean, how can porn be? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know porn's on Twitter.
Porn's everywhere.
Porn's
If you're on the
everywhere.
internet,
If you're on-
you've
yeah.
seen a tit or a pussy at least 12 times.
At least. But anyway, so we decided to dig into this and do a little investigative journalism
'Cause
ourselves.
We're professionals.
So we typed in Aaron Hernandez in
On Twitter.
On Twitter.
We searched the hashtag, which apparently
we searched the hashtag that
flooded
this
with
man
porn.
said was just inundated, just fucking he literally said a deluge of pornography.
Deluge.
Deluge.
Have I been using that word wrong?
Dude, I don't know how long you've been saying it for, but you need to stop.
I don't drop that word often, but I said deluge to a professor once.
Deluge. Shit. What are you, landluging? No, dude. Deluge. Anyway, we checked it out, and
This is my deluge. Sorry, I have to go grab my night luge.
the closest thing to somewhat raunchy
Was a gif
a gif of Fez
From that 70s show.
70s show,
fixing his eyebrows.
and that was it. That was like the raunchiest thing we
And
saw.
we scrolled for a whole Kendrick Lamar song. So
Yeah.
that's
that's like 5 minutes.
a good chunk of time. At least it feels like that when you listen to Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. Oh God.
When was and no, but yeah, no porn found, Mr. McNamara.
No, absolutely none. I don't know where this guy's
Do you-
he even says, "I'm not a prude, and I'm not anti-pornography."
It's not that I don't like porn. I just never want to see it or have to think about it or acknowledge that it exists ever. He even said, "My kids are on Twitter. Maybe you should take them off."
Yeah, maybe you should be a parent and say, "Hey, I'm not going to allow my kids to use Twitter.
Because if your kids are on Twitter, they're definitely on Snapchat. And if they're on Snapchat, they have not only received, but have sent out at least 350 penises within the last 3 days.
Yeah, he says he has all three. He has three triplets. Three triplets, duh. He has triplets, and they're all boys.
Yeah, so
I
they're
guarantee
sending
you,
or receiving
if they got
dicks.
Twitter and they got Snapchat, all those boys are subscribed to every single porn star known to mankind.
Like, it's part of the thing. The first time you get on Google. See my stutter in action. The first time that you get on Google, they go, "Hi, I see you're new to Google. You look about 10 years old. Here's some titties." That's the internet.
Yeah. Or they go, "Hey, we have a safe search option." That's like one of the first things they ask you. Yeah. They go, "Do you want to be exposed to the real internet, or would you like us to put a happy filter over everything that you search for?
Do you want that real shit or that good?"
Yeah.
That's the internet in a nutshell. All kids should be on that good because I cannot it's a bad place to be. Even the places that you go to that aren't about sex at all. I'm talking comedy websites. They put boobs in their shit. You just can't escape it if you're on the internet.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. So just maybe if you don't want your kids to see porn, don't put them on the internet.
Exactly. Maybe you should take their phones away.
Don't make them social
because
media
I guarantee you, Mr. McNamara, every time your boy is going upstairs to bed, the first thing he does before he falls asleep is he falls asleep with his fucking phone in his face because he whacked off for about 10 minutes.
You basically doomed your kids to a lifetime of porn addiction. Parent of the year,
Paul McNamara.
Yeah, you read me that article and it was pretty ludicrous, this guy. And I think it's the situation where, you Google butt plugs like 12 days a week. You're on Amazon buying butt plugs and you get all pissed because you're like, why is Google giving me butt plug ads? That's not relevant to me because it's based on what you search. It's your search history.
Ooh, that is a good point.
So
maybe this guy's using his work phone to look for porn, but
bathroom breaks exist for a reason in the office.
And now he's upset that his phone is suggesting more pornography
it's just
to him.
Flooded with porn. It's like when you go on Google and you type in AS and you're trying to look up something about aesthetics or astronomical,
and it goes
astronomers. I go, asshole, assholes filled with
asses in this.
So maybe his phone is just autocorrecting its whole cellular experience to him. So he goes on Facebook and it's just porn. He goes on Instagram, it's just porn. He opens up Gmail and I don't know how they did it, but all the words turn into porn. That's just how it is. It's like the most intensive porn virus out there.
Life is porn.
Oh my God, dude.
Did I just blow Max's mind?
Life is porn and we're not the porn stars.
Nope.
Death is.
Yeah.
Oh. We gotta talk about something else.
Yeah, for sure.
What's going on? What's coming up that's like exciting and fresh that we can talk about?
Exciting and fresh.
New Incubus.
Oh, yeah. They got that new album, 8.
We don't really ever talk about music on the show, even though we both love music.
Dude,
I think it's because a couple of the bands that we like right now aren't delivering really.
Yeah, they're kind of.
But I think we can wax.
They're being okay.
I think we can wax about Incubus for a minute. I think we could say something insightful about that.
So, hands down, favorite albums from Incubus. Go.
I would say that they artistically peaked at Morning View. I think that's not that they got worse. That's just, to me, the core identity and genetic makeup of Incubus is on Morning View. Mm-hmm. I would say that If Not Now When is one of their better records, followed by Like Grenades. What about you?
Morning View, and then A Crow Left of Murder.
Really? Not a fan of the other anything else?
I love. Okay, you're gonna hate me for this, but I do love Science, and I love Helicus.
Oh,
Or, I'm sorry.
Fungus Among Us.
Thank you. Fungus. I was thinking of the song Helicus.
I like Science too. It's a very great record, but it's very niche. And Incubus really found their stride on Morning View, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree, but it's just that
Science is great.
dude, their early work to me, it's like early Chili Peppers, you know? It's super funky. Like, it's something new. At the time, it was like kind of unheard of, you know? You didn't really have these guys like out there kind of meshing genres, you know? Like Incubus, you know, they got the turntables and they got the fucking guitars and the jazz.
Djembes and
Yeah, they got everything going on. And it was just totally something new. So to hear like that early work and like how they kind of came together with that, and then hearing like Morning View compared to, you know, Fungus Mungus, that's a huge difference.
But to me,
Worlds apart.
Incubus is one of the few bands that successfully changes their sound every album. The closest they've ever been to like repeating a sound is probably Make Yourself and Morning View, because those two sort of had a similar air about them.
I could see that.
But
Definitely.
going from album to album, from Science to Make Yourself Alone, that's a band that sounds like they aged 20 years in between those two records.
But how do you feel about 8? Their new album that's coming out. I want you to be brutally honest right now.
It's Incubus. Is it their best? Absolutely not. It feels more like they're having fun, which is good, and I'm glad that they're enjoying their process. I would like to see more intensity out of it.
Yeah. Well, you know, he might just be tired.
I mean,
He's like, he just comes in and he's like, you know what? Like, I got all this other stuff going on, guys.
You guys know
like,
All Star? Let's do that.
Let's just hit that. But yeah, I gotta say, Morning View for me. I mean, fuck. When that came out, I was in the 8th or 9th grade when Morning View came
That
out.
was 2001.
Oh shit, 7th grade. 7th grade when that album came out. And when I heard that, when the Warmth played,
Warmth wasn't on Morning View.
well, that's okay.
When the Warmth played, not on that record, but just
No.
in general.
No, but just in general, when I would hear the Warmth, because I was just thinking about you talking about the Warmth, and that's why I said that. When I hear that, though, that song is so amazing.
Yeah, it's a great song, and that's some of the most wondrous guitar
But
work.
Mexico is the song I was thinking of.
Yeah, strings on that are really cool.
Fantastic.
There's Just a Phase. Are you kidding me? Off that record, Nice to Know You,
Goodbye.
11 a.m., Aquis Transmission.
One of the best, dude. Falling asleep to that song is amazing.
You Got to Pee Your Pants for Relaxation. That's what Brandon Boyd wanted.
Yeah. Dude, I want to listen to that song in a float tank.
Oh,
Now, dude, have you ever been floating?
I've been actually looking into getting into floating.
Dude, there are quite a few places around this studio that we should definitely check out. But
For sure.
floating is hands down one of the best experiences. It's so relaxing. You feel like you're just going off. You're not even on this planet anymore.
Well, maybe we should give our listeners a closeout that they could listen to while they're floating. Getting something nice and chill. So I'll provide a sound effect and then you open it up. Okay?
Okay.
I don't think we have the rights to that song, so don't do that anymore. Otherwise,
Well,
we'll
we
get
have
sued.
30 seconds, but I
Okay.
only did like 2.
Yeah, we're not going to do 30 seconds of that. So here we go. We're going to do the closeout for floating. You ready?
Okay.
Oh, you were supposed to talk in a
I
low,
was supposed to talk.
calming voice.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Okay, let's do. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Okay. 1, 2.
God, dude,
3.
I just counted.
Okay. You count. 1. Go.
Go. 1. Okay, Dish Gods listeners, and that was our show today. As always, I am Little Bear.
And I'm Max.
I'm talking. I'm talking. But anyway, if you're new to the show, thank you for coming in and enjoying an hour of this bullshit. And if you're always... All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Hey, no, I wanted to provide calming, smooth commentary. You can't just close out the show so abruptly.
Well, I did.
We can't. We're not done yet.
Okay. We'll cut that.
No, we'll keep it. It's fine. It's all natural. It's all smooth and jazz. We're playing off each other's rhythm.
Okay.
Da-ba-da-ba. Thank you so much for joining us on this sonic journey.
Oh, here we go.
We hope that you've enjoyed your time spent here in the Panda Pit. We, unfortunately, have to depart from this dimension, but we hope you remain.
And we will be back next Wednesday.
Thank you so much for sticking around. We will see you all very soon.
Adios.
Keep it sleazy.